shoes off talk. We invite you to come in and take your shoes off. Get comfortable because we're about to have some uncomfortable conversations.
Welcome.
That's right.
Let's get it.
Oh man, I'm so excited about this one, man.
Wait, you gotta make sure your socks are matching.
Oh yeah. The socks have got to be on point. We got Larvell today. We gave him a heads up notice to make sure that both of the socks was matching.
I would be the one.
Yes, he would be. So, welcome. This has been a long time coming.
Yes.
We're not new to this. Yes, this is a new show, but we're not new to this.
We are true to this.
Let's make these introductions. I'm Tim McAfee.
Larvell, L. Witt.
All right, and I'm Lord.
That's the preacher kid right there. Kid preacher in the house.
Come on,
Kid.
Y'all better recognize.
Well, I can't really
Let's
talk
do it.
I'm a PK too.
Hey, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
What? Bro, 2022, I'm telling y'all, I said it earlier, 2022 was the year of we outside. Everybody was outside. Everybody talking about we outside. Everybody putting in their songs, we outside. Travel went up. They tired. It was tired of COVID. Everybody was outside. That was 2022 in a nutshell.
I can attest to that, man, because I don't think COVID stopped nothing that I was doing. Not one thing. I think when you've been exposed to the military, like I've got probably 30 years of military experience between being a military brat and me being in the military. So I kind of have gotten an inside look on how our government works.
Yeah.
And I've been able through my lifetime to get information fed to me from my dad and different people in militaries where they basically pulled the curtains back and kind of gave me insight on how our government works. And so I look.
Gotta say a cut above the rest.
You know what God says about that fear. God don't give us a spirit of fear. So I didn't have it. Because I just felt like that regardless of what goes on in this world, who we have as a president, what they put in the air, whatever it is, ultimately God has the final say so and he has control of all of that.
You know who else ain't got no fear?
Who?
Shannon Sharp.
Oh! He didn't! No, he didn't!
Oh,
Speak on it!
Man, you talking about someone that stands on top. Man, I saw that clip of that video. I said, come on now, y'all don't want no smoke, bro.
Corn-fed.
It's always us at the most important times. You talking about from the Grammys with Will Smith. We always got to show our ass. Why?
And it's always to us though. Like, you know, I'm not, by no means are we condoning violence, interracial or, you know, to other racial ethnicities. We're not condoning that. But it just adds a whole nother value when it's us to us. Because we see it as conflict and everybody outside of us sees it as entertainment. And it's a bad look on us. It is a bad look on us. And I just felt like in Shannon Sharp's position, being the voice of not just the Black community, but also the world in general, you know, because he takes a stance on things that not just the Black community agrees with, but people in general agree with. And so for him to come out of his face like that, I just felt like there's a time and a place for everything. That stage was not it.
No.
well, I say this. When you're speaking on it, you know, when is the right time to speak on it? When is the right place to speak on it?
Not when you're in the public eye.
Well,
because this is the thing is, we live in a day and age of reality TV. And as much as we want to be like, I'm standing my ground, this is a respect thing, we gonna keep it 100. We took our shoes off,
That's
and
right.
we gonna keep it 100 in here. And we may offend some people, and I'm sorry, but maybe this show ain't the show you might want to watch because we took the shoes off, so we're about to get comfortable with some uncomfortable conversations.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, what everybody that's not us saw, look at them niggas.
So do you think he was, actually defending his son, or was it more of just trash talk that they were doing?
It don't really matter because we know with media nowadays, they gonna always add their own spin on it. So
Yeah.
the more information, the more you feed them, the more they can go back to the editing room and make it a race on race thing or about money or here we are, we need to get them out of positions where they have the ability to affect any kind of change with their conversations. And we just don't need that. We need Shannon Sharpe where he's at. And I don't know what's gonna come of this with his job. Because with us, they can, what's the guy that's on the show that he just went after? Not Stephen A, but
no, not Stephen A.
Y'all help me out. Who the white guy that he had a problem with that made a comment about the football player that just got injured with the Bills, and he made a comment.
You talking about
come on, y'all, help me out.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
So that whole thing is we need him to be our voice when situations like that happen. Because he corrected him on national TV.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
We need that. We don't need him on the sidelines at games just enjoying games. You've accepted a role, yeah, it's a job and you're getting paid for it, but you're a voice for a lot of people that look like you. And so with that position comes responsibility. But
what you're saying is that he has to tiptoe.
No, it's just you don't have to tiptoe. There's just a time and place for everything. Look, I got a problem with you. We ain't gotta do it in front of everybody. We can do it like we used to do back in the day. Go behind a shed or go behind a house. We ain't gotta tell nobody. We ain't gotta have no audience.
Yeah, but this is a different age. Everybody want to go run social media to do everything nowadays. Quick. I even just went through some stuff like that. These kids, and I'll say kids, want to run the social media for everything. And so I get what you're saying about how he should have took a better stance or like the situation not have happened because social media is going to run with it. Like you said, they're going to edit it. You're gonna take it, you're gonna spin it, do everything else with it. So.
And you didn't have to do all that talking. Like if you publicly say something to me, right, bro, you don't want these problems. And just keep it moving. Because you know who makes me think if I'm in conflict with them?
Who's that?
The one that don't say nothing. The one that just looks at you. Somebody that's doing all of this, I ain't worried about you.
Too much time.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about that guy sitting in the back with his arms crossed like this, just looking at you. And anybody with any kind of, whether it's combat sports or military or just grew up in certain areas. First of all, you know what these crossed arms meant. That means that you ain't letting nothing in and you ain't letting nothing out. It's gotta come from somewhere. So if you ain't letting nothing in, letting nothing out, you storing up. And that's how, like, if you've been in any of those spaces that I just mentioned, you understand what this means. If your mom comes to you and she giving you this look with her arms crossed,
you better put it down.
You already know.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what this means.
Oh yeah.
This gotta mean without having to say anything.
I'm getting when I get home.
I learned that the hard way.
I think we all learned that.
I had one so bad. I had to go outside of the store to get a switch. Outside the store, not home. Outside the store to go get a switch. It's like, man, they do on sites.
That's what I miss, bro.
Sites.
That's what I miss. Like as a kid, I wasn't an unruly kid at all. But I tested them boundaries a little bit.
Our parents loved us.
I tested those boundaries a little bit, and the days of Big Mama and the next door neighbor, bro. I know my neighbors were spies for my parents back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was not in when the street lights came on. They wasn't even home.
You're right.
Neighborhood raisins, man.
Yeah.
I'm up the next day side-eyeing my neighbors. I know you told on me. I know you told on me. So what's crazy is that carried throughout my childhood is that I understood that regardless of whether mom and dad was there, people was watching. It really took a tribe. It really took a village to raise us back then.
We don't have that no more.
And we don't have that no more. We don't have that no more.
Everybody's like, no, don't do that to my child. That's my child. Leave my child alone. We need to get back to, well, your child was doing such and such, need to be doing such and such. It takes a village.
Bro, I
Look, one time I was doing something bad somewhere else back in the neighborhood. My friend's father saw us. He whooped his child, whooped me, called my mama, told her he whooped me, and then sent me home and got another whooping when I got home.
Bro, I was just thinking about that, bro. Like, I got the bright idea. I was in 7th, 8th grade, and I got report cards came out.
Yeah.
My parents wasn't the kind of parents that was on like the what was the parents board or whatever, they come in occasionally and meet with the teachers and all of that. Parent-teacher conference. My mom was so involved in church that they didn't have time to be that involved in school.
Right.
But for some reason, without looking at a calendar, they know when report card day was. And so I got an F on something, and so I decided that I wanted to turn that F to a B. I turned the F to a B, and it didn't look right for me. And I knew it wasn't going to look right for them. So I decided I wasn't gonna go home because I knew what was gonna happen. So I know what's coming. And so my mom came out looking for me, and she caught me over by the school. I said, I'm not going home. I said, no, that ain't what happened. I came home without the report card. Bro, it's 5 o'clock at night. You know, school's closed at like 3 o'clock, 3:30. Everybody gone by 4. It's 5 o'clock. I think I got out of practice or something, and it was like, where's the report card? And I was like, we didn't get them today. Like, yeah, you got your report card today. Go back to school and get it. School closed.
You better figure
School
it
is
out.
closed.
You better figure it out.
You better go see if you can get in and get it.
Right.
So I already know what's coming. I'm not confident in the F that I changed to a B. So I decided I want to run away from home. That lasted for about an hour.
Yeah.
I got hungry. It was a little chilly outside. We're back in Illinois. So I get home and show them the report card. Sure enough, didn't look like a B. They said, go upstairs. And, you know, I knew what that meant. So I jump on the phone. I'm not tech savvy like I am now. So I jump on the phone. I call 911.
Wait, what?
I said, there's a child that's about to get a whooping at such and such address, this and this.
Wow.
And I forgot what all I said, and then went up to the room. I'm sorry. I didn't know even back then they could tell whether the call came from shoes off, tough.
Right.
I didn't know back then that they could trace where the call came from. Man. Back then.
Yeah.
Cop came to the door. I come downstairs because I see him pull up from my window. I come down the stairs and I'm peeping around the corner. They said, yeah, we got a call that a child was being abused in the house. And the man said, weird thing is, it came from within this house.
Oh,
I said, oh, Jesus, I'm dead. Look.
They got me.
They, sir, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. No child is being abused. we're good. It's like, all right, man, thank you for your time, walked away. In the back of my mind, I'm like, don't leave me to die.
Right.
You leaving me to die, don't leave. Don't leave.
Soon as that door closed.
I broke out into a cold sweat and I knew what was coming. So that was my moment, and don't try to outthink parents because they always one step ahead of you.
Oh yeah.
Because, at the end of the day, they did it first. They just waiting for you to do it. They see.
I know that.
But, now me as a parent, and it's like, I hate having that conversation with my dad, because all he's going to do is say is, I told you so. Either laugh, talking about, your turn now. Man, we see it. Just like with my son, we see it. We see it before you even did it, like your friends. We know them ain't no good friends, but we see it. We can see how that friend is going to turn out. I've seen it.
Kids got it tough these days, bro.
Yeah.
They got it tough these days. Because we, as much as I say our parents in the community, it took a village and they knew what was going on, it's so much worse with the advent of social media now, with parents staying relevant like we are. Back then, our parents acted old, they dressed old. Parents now, bro, my son's coming down, I gotta check their suitcases when they hit the door, and I gotta check their suitcases when they leaving out the door. Because my sons have gotten me so cold. That's what made me start doing a suitcase check. Bro, I go to my closet, and I got a million pair of shoes, so, it ain't like it's gonna be that day. So I go to my closet, one particular day I was looking for some shoes to hoop in. And I'm thinking I just misplaced them. When you got dang near 600 pair of shoes, that's easy to do.
Like, no, daddy got it.
So I go and I'm looking for shoes I don't find, so I just grab another pair. I don't put no thought into it. I'm not like, where's my shoes at? So I'm on my son's social media, bro, and I'm like,
Really? Like, wait, really?
look.
Zooming out.
I look up. I'm like, he got my shoes on. And he in Austin, Texas. So it ain't like I can go up the street and be like, bro, give my shoes back.
Right.
Then my oldest son got me so cold, he came out here and I didn't like the shirt he had on. So I gave him one. And he was like, Dad, I like this shirt. And I was like, all right, cool. I said, make sure I get that back. I need that about you before you leave town. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it, Dad. I got you. So we get busy. I'm enjoying the time with them. I don't think about it. They leave. I go to the closet to get the shirt. How about he put his shirt that he had on in my closet in place of the one he took?
Well, you can wear this one out.
Look, I can attest. I am 22 years old. If I was to so happenly go over my parents' house, at some point, I'm gonna see something, I'm gonna go shopping. That's what we go over our parents' house to do. Go over our parents' house to go shopping.
I just didn't, bro. We wasn't wearing our parents' clothes back then.
Shut up.
Ain't nothing they had in their clothes. I may eat some of your food out of the refrigerator. You told me not to put my ass back. I'm not wearing your clothes.
Hey, that's what I did too. I go over there and go food shopping.
Yeah, I'm gonna get your food because your food is always better than mine.
Wait,
I'm gonna get your food.
Yeah.
I'm not messing with your shoes or your clothes.
Wait, still no, because I was going to my dad's closet, man. You talking about the old lapel set outfits, the tight polyester pants.
The collar that looked like a football neck brace. Remember the football neck brace back in the day you used to wear? I'm not putting that on. I'm not putting that on.
I used to sport those when I was a kid. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now since we're talking about that, ain't it crazy how all this stuff came full circle? I was looking at my basketball picture from '87.
What, we wearing tight clothes again?
Bro, my shorts were so short. You should not wear shorts that is so high you see the light skin part of your leg, your upper thigh. And for me to be that dark and you see light skin, that's too high.
Yeah, it's too high.
That's too high. I'm going to these games seeing these kids wearing the same shorts. You got nerve to have short spandex under the shorts.
Didn't they have like Hoochie Daddy short weather last summer or something like like that?
Bro,
Hoochie Daddy shorts?
we ain't gonna talk about that.
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Man, look. All right, that opens up a whole nother topic.
You know what? Before we go there, because since we're talking about the kids, we're talking about the younger generation, there's also something else that we need to touch on that's important. Is a tweet about Tony Dungy, where he said, in response to the
gender-neutral bathrooms in school.
Yes. So his words were, and this is from Tony Dungy's words, saying that school districts across the country were putting litter boxes in school bathrooms for students who identify as cats. That's what the man said.
Floyd, preacher man, what's your take on that? And mind you, you can give us your take, both the man side of it and the spiritual side. We want to hear both sides of it because we don't want our conversations and our topics to be so solely based on it's public opinion, but we want to be able to, the purpose of this is to educate and inform. And so with that, even if it's our opinion, if our opinion makes you go Google or pick up a book to research or to dig and find out for yourself this information, then we've done our job.
Right.
So give us your perspective on this particular topic with both sides.
Mind you, he was reporting from, or he was replying to what the senator wanted, or the state representative wanted, which was menstrual products placed in boys' bathrooms across state, meaning neutral gender bathrooms.
Right. So with that one, what my take is, don't
stop stuttering.
Okay.
Stop stuttering. This is shoes off talk. Shoes off talk. We gonna ruffle some feathers. We got our shoes off, bro.
I don't believe in all that. Tell you the truth, is because all that's doing is just educating these kids to go that direction. Back in my day, it was always girl, girl, boy, boy. You have a boy restroom, you have a girl restroom. That was it.
For thousands, hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah.
Thousands of years.
So, I mean, it's like this. All you're doing is encouraging them to go any way they want to go. They want to be both, they be both. Whatever. If they want to be one, they be one. If they're a boy, they want to be a girl. If they're a girl, they want to be a boy.
I'll tell you my take on it. Because at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not my job who you should love, who you should talk to, what you want to do with your body. That's not my thing. That's between you and God. Whatever God you call yourself one, that's between y'all. But what I see is, at the end of the day, there's still a girl's bathroom, there's still a boy's bathroom. It's like the law has it, like, let's say you go to jail, and if you're in the middle of a change, if you still have certain parts, you still get locked up as such.
Right.
So why is it the same thing for a bathroom? Okay.
All right. Y'all want my take?
Go ahead, now.
So, my take is this, and we're gonna keep it with kids. If you're not willing to give your son or your daughter that kind of decision-making power on everything in their life, don't give them the decision-making power to decide what gender they are. Yes, they have freedoms. Like our parents used to tell us, you do whatever you want to do when you get out of my house.
Right.
In my house, it's my rules. So I just don't understand how we're going to pick out specific things in kids' life to give them the authority to do, but then some of the simplest things about staying out late, about being on your phone, about having people over, about having girls over. We're very strict on those particular subjects, but then you go give them the authority to decide whether or not they want to be male or female.
Because that comes to a sensitive part when it comes to their kids. When they say, okay, baby, whatever you want to do, if you want to be that way, then it's your choice.
They soft. That's what he's talking about.
That's the reason why we're at the place we're at with our kids these days. Don't get me wrong. I love the moxie. I love the go-getter mentality. our kids are really rambunctious, and like I actually blame our generation and a generation right before us. I don't know that Gen X and all of that stuff. I know it if I sit and think about it.
Right.
But because we're not giving these kids any direction, we're just letting them free will it.
You know when it started? Is when they started giving everybody participation trophies. That's when exactly when it started. You started giving everybody, like, everybody gets a trophy, right? Yeah. Ever since then, it's all been about equality, gender, whatever. It's been getting softer. Then you had DCFS show pop in. Now DCFS telling you can't whoop your kids. So now we can't whoop our kids. Everybody gets an award. You know what? Everybody gets a cookie now.
You get a cookie.
Right.
Well, the precedent that sets is that doesn't give kids goals to achieve, because the new goal is mediocrity.
Right.
It's mediocrity.
Instant gratification.
We're okay with being okay. That's why we don't have these new and inventive things and people willing to take chances, because we're all in a safe zone. We all want to do what's comfortable. We don't want to make waves. This country was founded on making waves. Our historically black leaders knew, I got one option. I'm going to be in jail or I'm going to be dead for what I believe in. Those were the two options. And if you listen to their speeches as they went later on in their careers, they foreseen their death. But that didn't deter them. So we enjoy the things that we enjoy off of the backs of people that risk it all.
Right.
But we want to be comfortable. We want to be mediocre. We want mediocrity. I tell people all the time, ain't nothing regular about me. I'm not regular. I don't hang out with regular people. I don't do regular shit.
Right.
I'm not regular. And I don't have like this big idea of everybody, how everybody. I control me and what's around me. And I'm not around mediocrity. I'm not around regular people. Ain't nobody in this room regular. You wouldn't be in this room if you was regular.
Facts.
We do, and I don't even know if this is a word. Is unregular a word?
Unregular.
It is today.
Today. Shoes off, bro. Unregular is the word. We don't do unregular stuff.
Right.
We just don't. Because we understand we're men of color. We understand the struggle that we have gone through and we continue to go through on a daily basis to get to the level that we are in our life. And it kind of it plays into my brand is not everybody's idea of success is the same, bro. If you came from a third world country, and your objective was to have running water, be able to use the bathroom, have food, like, and you get to a place in your life where you can have those three, and we call them amenities. That's not amenity. That's a necessity.
Right.
For a lot of people. But we turn them into amenities, and that's where mediocrity comes in.
Bare minimum.
We're happy with being just okay. And in the black community, it's so bad, bro. Because we just want to do better than the other person, the other black guy, or the other black woman.
Not figure out how we can bring them with and show them how to come with.
I was like, what happened to that? I mean, it's like
Man, it was designed that way all the way back from the.
I say that all the time. The system ain't broken. It's working exactly how they wanted it to.
But then you got back then when you had all the black folks coming together.
Martin Luther King just passed.
Right.
We were supposed to have overcome 50-some years ago. Actually, more than that, right? They've been designing it ever since then. First, it was like the black structure was the black household. It was powerful back then. While we're talking about, what happened to the households, what happened to these kids. Black household was something back in the day.
Hey man, you messing up.
I know, right? I'm messing up. Because, man, I'm upset about it because they designed it. Oh, yeah. We struck a nerve. Look, we struck a nerve.
Okay. Go ahead, dog.
From then to the 60s to the 70s, 70s when they started putting the men out the homes, Section 8,
Prison.
the hood, you know, the
Drugs in the community.
They just kept doing it all the way up until now. Now that it's the you know, being LGBTQ gay, it's like they're doing things to separate families. It's gonna continue.
Yeah, I get it. But on the flip side of that, you have parents, black parents, not all black parents, but some black parents, catering to their kids, to their society, the same way that white folks do, that other folks do, that's not on the level of getting their kids to a point of elevating. You know, when they come and they baby them, or they like, okay, you just go to school, you make your A's and B's, and which is good, but then it's like the ones that have making the D's and F's and stuff like that. I mean, where the black folks parents on that one? I mean, get them to elevate their mindset to the point that they're gonna come back over and be like, okay, look, kid, you gotta get A's and B's. But no, they're like, oh, D's and F's, oh, baby, you can, I know you can do better. Maybe next time. And just brush it.
Whoa, too much coddling. We, it's a natural instinct as a parent to want to protect your kids. It's just a natural instinct. We all have it in us. But there are some things that you can't protect your kids from. Because let me tell you, the reason why is my mom, and I'm sure your mom and parents used to say this all the time. I'm gonna whoop you so the streets don't have to.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we didn't understand that. That was like a foreign language to us.
No, I understood it like the third time I got a whoop it.
Yeah. But that goes without saying, bro, is that parenting is not a 9-to-5 job.
Oh, man.
It's not.
It is not.
There's no age.
It don't stop.
You don't get to a level where you get to stop being a parent. You don't.
Right.
And the worst thing that you could do is not prepare your kid for when he leaves outside that door. Worst thing you can do.
It is the worst thing you can do, but if your kid thinks that they're like the dominant one, or the one that knows everything and don't want to actually listen to you, then what do?
They gotta learn. We've all been there. We've gone against our parents because we thought we knew everything.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm going through it now. I have a 19-year-old. We at that age, 19. They not quite grown, not quite young. He's right there. So it's like, but I'm trying to take my father's advice. What my father's always told me is like, all I can do at the end of the day is tell you.
Yeah.
You gotta find out for yourself. If you gotta bump your head, my dad said, look, let the boy bump his head. You gotta let him bump his head.
Got to get like you said, get some of them pop knots.
You gotta figure it out.
Bro, our scars, every scar I got on me, I can tell you what it's from. Our scars tell a story. Our scars have built strength and wisdom in us. We would not be able to do the things that we do now had it not been for the scars that we have. And I'm not talking about just the physical scars. I'm talking about the emotional scars as well. So you gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. So it's a necessary evil, and it's just like being on a job, bro. Is all you ask of your supervisor is to give me the necessary skills and training that I need to be successful in this job.
Right.
That's the same way it is with parenting in life. As long as you're giving your kid the necessary skills to be successful in life, to overcome obstacles. Now, are they gonna always use those skills? No, they're not. But you know what the greatest thing about it is at the end of the day, the thing that they're gonna say is, Mama told me, Dad told me. And
So I'm doing it.
At that point, who do they have to blame? Themselves.
Yep. But on a lighter note,
Guess what's
coming back to the Valley.
Oh.
Let's do it.
We know it.
We know it. We know it.
Super Bowl.
Let us see the shirt. Let us see the shirt. Let us see the shirt. Let's see the shirt.
Super Bowl.
You see the shirt?
You see the shirt?
Y'all see the shirt. Turn so the camera can see the shirt. Turn so the camera can see it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Turn up. Let us see it. Over here. Over here.
Over here.
Over here.
We over here with it.
There it is. Super Lux Rooftop Experience. We'll get back to that, but let's talk about the Super Bowl coming up.
All right. It's been a long time coming.
Long time. But we're used to it.
I'm gonna get to the logistics before we get to other stuff.
Okay.
Have y'all noticed that for the last few weeks, all the roads are almost fixed? You know how long they've been working on the roads here in Arizona? All of a sudden, they all fixed now. 17 fixed.
They got the 10. They got the 10, but I think they're gonna get that 10 done. They got one side of it done. They got to get the other side of it done. I think
They get ready.
I think they'll have that done because they got what, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
They've been shut down on
They'll get it
roads
done.
for a long time, but it's fixed now. I love it.
Woo!
I'm so glad.
That's the great thing about having an event like Super Bowl come to your city is that you gotta fix shit.
Gotta fix it.
You gotta do.
Yeah.
You ain't let nobody come to your house with shoes all on the floor. The baby got clothes all over the place. Dogs that got hair everywhere. You ain't let nobody come to your house looking like that. So they gotta fix stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I love that because Arizona has been my home since '94. I've lived in Arizona
Dang.
longer than I've lived in the place that I'm from.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. So people ask me where I'm from. I still say Peoria, but the place that I know that I'm familiar with that I love is Arizona. I could have lived anywhere in the world.
I love Arizona.
Bro,
People be asking,
You going back to Chicago?
I am never going back to Chicago.
I hate to say this, friends and family in Peoria, Illinois. I ain't never coming back.
I ain't coming back.
I ain't coming back. You know what? Let me retract that. Let me retract that.
That's about it.
We need to retract that. Unless God say so.
I'll visit. That's about it.
If God say so, we gotta move.
Yeah.
We gotta move.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, don't say so. Jesus, please. God, if you can make a way that I can afford to get all of my family out of Illinois, I'd do it.
I love Arizona. But man, with that being said, with the Super Bowl, we have all types of events, parties, comedy shows, concerts.
Fashion shows.
It's a lot of stuff happening in the Valley right now. So
It really is, man. And I would be remiss not to mention the Super Lux Rooftop Experience.
Bam! There it is.
There it is.
right there.
So, let me give you a little insight on that. It's really a blessing, y'all. I know we're getting excited, but I really kind of get a little emotional when we talk about that event. Is because, bro, I've never worked on. I've done the whole nightclub, the GM, and small percentage. I've done all of that.
Roof top.
I've done all of that, and it was work. It ain't nothing like planning an event for Super Bowl. It's on a whole nother level.
Okay.
I've been working with this, and my business partner Michelle Tucker, first class consultant, $1 Million Mingle is with us as well. We appreciate and love them. But man, we've been working on this since January of last year. And what's so crazy is I call people, a lot of high profile people in sports and entertainment. I told them, I said, look, y'all gonna want to be on board with this. I'm getting calls. I'm getting return calls, text messages. Bro, don't you think it's too early? Like, we're talking like a year away. I'm like, bro, you don't know Arizona like I know Arizona. First of all, it's smack dab. It starts when Waste Management starts. One of the biggest golf tournaments in the world. It's the week after Barrett Jackson.
Yep.
the biggest auto auction in the world.
Right.
Arizona.
Then 28 of the 32 teams from Major League Baseball will be out here for spring training. Not to mention,
Mm-hmm.
we have snowbirds, and the number is something like 100, 200,000 people that comes out here from all the places that have inclement weather. They will still be here.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this is gonna be a mad house. A mad house. And so, man, I've just been so blessed to put together a team that that made this more bearable, but it was a lot of work. Shout out to Lifetime Fitness. Lifetime Fitness is partnered with us. That's the location where the event is gonna take place. Lifetime Fitness Biltmore. All I can say is get your pre-sale tickets now. I got pre-sales going on right now for $175 for the tickets. It's actually a 2-day event. Saturday is we're doing a awards bruncheon and fashion show, and we're just gonna honor some of our high-profile local residents that we understand, man, that in sports, when you're high, you're high. But when the lights go down, a lot of these athletes and people in the entertainment industry have their own personal struggles with whatever it is, not being able to adjust to not having that spotlight on them no more. Now they're doing the commonalities of everyday man, and so that adjustment is tough. It's tough for them. And so, but the people that we have, and there's a lot of people out there that I'm going to eventually give this award to. It's called the Arizona Game Changers.
I have some of the names here.
Yeah.
Alton Mason,
Uh-huh.
Brandon Howard, Ann Myers Drysdale, Jerome Daniels, Super Snake, Michelle Tucker, Donovan McNabb, Stephen Hunter, Richie Evans, Frank Sanders, Councilman O.D. Harris, and A.C. Kessel. So Richie Evans, he just had an album just dropped.
Yes, that's my little bro. He signed with. It's been a long time coming. He's had a long-term relationship with Rick Ross, and I don't really understand that side of the industry. But talking to him, it was some, with his experiences in that industry, he had to make some adjustments. And what I love about him is he's been with the big names, the big labels, and didn't quite move around like he wanted to, regardless of what the restrictions were that was placed on him. So he took a step back and was like, look, I've learned from all of this. I'm not just gonna be signing for paper. I need to have this, and this lined up. And so I love what he did. He took a step back. He developed a relationship with Rick Ross. Bro, I think it's been 3 or 4 years, and I think he just officially signed with me. Just because, he understood his power and what he brought to the table. And when you understand that, you understand what your bargaining power is. And so he leveraged that, man, and turned out being, win-win for him. And so I'm so proud of him, man. And yeah, his song just came out on Spotify, actually all platforms.
All platforms.
Day before yesterday.
Yep.
What the name of it?
Can't Knock the Hustle. That's one of the songs with him, Richie Evans, and Rick Ross.
Yes, Can't Knock the Hustle. And so, man, I'm so proud of him. Talking about the road not traveled, the kid is. We're blessed, man, because along with that awards show, and talking about the award itself is Arizona Game Changers, and I created that award because I've got probably 8 to 10 medals that I've gotten as a two-tour combat veteran. Is that the award that means the most to me is the humanitarian award, and that award just speaks volumes about your character and the whole nine. And so that's the platform that I took this award from and created for these particular people, because I'm seeing their work in the community.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the things that they're doing and how they're changing the world. And when the spotlight was on them at the highest, we knew who they were, what they were doing. They were our entertainment. There's so much more to them than that. And I want the world to know, I want the world to see, and I want them to know we see you and we acknowledge you, not for just what you did, but what you're currently doing. And so that was the purpose of this award. I'm really proud of it, man, and I can't wait to give it to them. And I know they received bigger awards than this, you know, more prestigious awards, but I just want them to know this is Super Lux Rooftop Experience. This is our award to you,
Let's go.
saying that we appreciate you, we see you, and we support you. Along with that, man, we got some big names like that's coming up. I can't really say yet, but because we haven't really solidified everything, so I don't want to give you bits and pieces of who. I want to be able, the next show, stay tuned, we gotta leave something to the imagination. I want to be able to say everybody who's involved. I can tell you the partners, like I said, First Class Consultants, Michelle Tucker, me, myself, Tim McAfee, the International McAfee Group. We have, let me see the sheet. I want to make sure that I'm not messing up nobody's name. We have Rap Snacks, which is Rick Ross's snack brand. We have the McNeil Group, our peeps. And then we have our charities. We have the Vanity Project. The Vanity Project was created by my boy Chris. He has 2 daughters that deal with SMA. And one of his main struggle when he was educating himself about this disease was that was able to get funding, had a great job and great benefits and all of that, but the one cost that was difficult for them is finding a conversion van that would cater to their wheelchair needs for both of their children. Okay. And so he brought me on as one of the directors brought me on the board, and our sole purpose, man, is to raise funds to help families that deal with kids that have SMA, try to help them with that particular cost of converting the vans and stuff to be able to be used to be wheelchair accessible and all of that. So I'm really proud of that. We're working with Phoenix Children's Hospital. Michelle herself has charities. Let me look them up. Like I said, I don't want to get nobody's stuff wrong. And man, I'm so appreciative of Michelle and Christine and AC Caswell and all the different people that's involved with this, people from Rap Snacks and all that.
I love when black folks can get together and bring
Black excellence.
Bring their influences.
Black excellence at its best.
All together.
Black excellence.
And for a very good cause.
Yes.
You know, and that's the most important right there, is just, being able to help, the kids and just, not just kids, but just people in general that need that extra help.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we also have Michelle Cares Foundation, a lifeline for business, ensuring every entrepreneur has the resources and backing to turn their dreams into reality. Like I said, Phoenix Children's Hospital has provided world-class health care to children and families in Arizona for more than 35 years. Since its founding in 1983, it has grown into one of the nation's largest pediatric health systems. And then Kristen's charity is Rise and Dream Foundation, and their mission is to make an impact by restoring, investing, strengthening, and empowering children, family, and homeless who need it most. Bro, these charities and organizations are so near and dear to my heart. Along with the awards, we're doing a high-end fashion show. And I'm super stoked about that because, I'm kind of a fashion-forward kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? Bro, look. So we've been blessed. We have a personal relationship with Alton Mason Jr. And his mom, Anita Mason, and also his dad. And so we were blessed to be, we were graced with having him, Anthony Mason, Anthony, that's a basketball player. It's okay, bro. Yeah, I'm old. We were blessed to have him, as one of our hosts the host for our fashion show. And Alton is the #1 male model in the world right now. He's Cindy's guy, he's Louis' guy, Chanel has never had a black male model.
This is why this is gonna be big,
And
this is why y'all need to be there.
He is their guy.
Make sure y'all get y'all tickets.
I think right now he's in Paris, he's doing a show. He was Little Richard in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kid is talented, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, dance, sing, model, the whole. I think I commented on one of his posts of something he recently did. Bro, he's Tyrese, he's Chris Brown.
Hey, when Tim put together a show.
He's singing wise, vocals is on point. Bro, he's all of that mixed into one kid. Not to mention, his parents raised him right.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have him. We have Sax, we have J. Crew, we have Ralph Lauren, we have Lululemon, we have Failure Brand.
Gotta have a failure.
Failure Brand will be, going down the runway.
Okay.
Walkway, runway. Runway. That's about the fashion. And then we have, Alan Lazard. He is the wide receiver for, Green Bay Packers, number 13.
That's what I know.
So I was trying to keep my
Come on, man.
Being a Bears fan, I was trying to keep my personal feelings out of this, and you had to go start something. I tried to keep my personal feelings. Hey, hold up though. The exit interview in the locker room, he said he ain't coming back next year. He said he played his first game in Green Bay against Detroit. And they just played their last game against Detroit. And he was like, oh man, that's weird. So, hey,
Well,
I wouldn't mind seeing him, bro. If I'm honest though, I'm Steelers 1A, Bears 1B.
Yeah.
So I can see him, I would be okay with him going to either one of them teams. Really would.
Who do you think, when we're talking about the Super Bowl, who you got for the Super Bowl? Who you want to see go to the Super Bowl? I'm going to tell you who I want to see.
okay.
Bills and Eagles.
Okay.
That's how I would love to see that.
Right now, since I got so much vested business-wise, my personal feelings don't mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I want whoever team travels well. I want whoever team travels well. If you bring 1 million people with you, damn it, Cindy, get in jersey. I'm putting it on. I'm rooting for you. I need you in Arizona. I need all of that. I need all of that.
That'll be more of a Cowboys and 49ers.
Yeah.
But hey, don't knock the hustle. There's a big following with Bills and Philly out here. And they all travel well.
Especially Philly.
Philly is a blessing and a curse. I want to see Philly out here, but Philly has a tendency to get a little unruly. Philly has, I mean.
It's funny because it's true though.
Yeah, we keep it at 100.
Yeah.
We keep it at 100. They have a tendency to be a little unruly. That's my only concern with having them out here, but I know they're gonna come out here and troll.
And that's why I say that. I know people from Philly, so I get that.
My guy down in Napa in Philly, and I used to, Philly is one of them cities they either love you or they love you. It ain't gonna be the middle of the road, and they gonna tell you how they feel about you. It ain't no secret, but I respect that because that's all I want from anybody.
Right.
Is you can tell me you don't like me, and we gotta know where we stand.
Exactly.
I watch out for that person. I gotta try to figure out where we stand.
Yes.
So who I don't want, and I'm so glad they didn't even make it out of what was it, they didn't even make it to a round. Them damn Raiders.
Oh.
Woo! Jesus.
Now that one would have been,
They can go to any other Super Bowl after this. they can go to any other Super Bowl after this. We don't need this one. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. I know I got some Raiders fans on here that they're like, Tim, that's BS. You know I wanted to see my team. Go to them. Go to them. They got enough games where they at in Vegas. And it's a short trip. How they say, it's a short walk. You gonna walk over, but you gonna live back. But yeah, man, I'm just so excited. And then Sunday, we had the night party as well, and $1 Million Mingle is heading that, which is still our event, but $1 Million Mingle, they do so well with their events, man, and so proud to have them on board with that. Then Sunday, we got Josh Vietti, who is a hip hop violinist. I will tell you that one. That's one I was excited about. Josh Vietti, he's a hip hop violinist. He was on tour with French Montana. Just got off tour with 50 Cent. Hip hop violinist, bro. Like, this event is, we didn't deem it a specific demographic. It's a 21 and over event, but we didn't deem it a specific demographic of people, but it's grown and sexy. It's grown and sexy. So, I'm excited to have him there because that violin fits that unspoken demographic of what we were looking for. So I'm excited about that, man. And then Sunday we got the Uwe Bowl, which Rap Snacks is putting on. We got the Flavor Bowl. The big game will be shown. I'm so ready for that because Rihanna's in town. She's doing a halftime show. She gonna tear it up.
Everybody was talking about that.
We gonna be on the rooftop, tear it up. Not literally tear it up. We don't want no problems.
Right.
But we gonna be up there partying like it's
1999.
99.
Man.
But man, it's just a week of events, and then we also have London on the Track on Thursday and Friday. He's doing his, London's friends and everybody associated with that, affiliated with that group, and we know London on the Track is the hottest thing going right now in the industry, and so
y'all better be at this event.
He's expected to get the next Grammy. Mm-hmm. That's how big he is, and some of his affiliations is huge. Drake, and we can go down the line. Mm-hmm. Happy to be working with Rap Snacks and Rick Rossman's crew and all of that, man, and just it's an exciting weekend, and it's on the rooftop. The views is amazing, and come out, man. Get your tickets now, because we're about to make some moves that gonna take that pre-sale ticket price through the roof. I can't tell you no number, but let's get them tickets, man, and we'll see you at Super Lux Rooftop Experience weekend.
Oh man. So what is it that, as we spoke earlier in the segment, what is it that you want to let the people know about Shoes Off Talk?
Shoes Off Talk, like I said, man, is really the whole idea behind it is when we walk in anywhere and you have to take your shoes off, it immediately makes you comfortable. You feel at home, and that's in essence what we are creating here is a comfortable environment, because needless to say, we're gonna have some uncomfortable conversations, and I want you relaxed. Get in your Birkin lounger or whatever they call them, take your shoes off, get you a drink, grab some food, and tune in. Because we're gonna talk about some stuff that if we were on networks, we wouldn't be able to talk about. And I think it's important, man, that we start having open dialogue about uncomfortable conversations.
That's what's important about these podcasts.
Yeah. Exactly. because we're tiptoeing around stuff that we need to really put a spotlight on. And education is the key. We talk about making changes in the world, and the only way we're gonna make changes is we have uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
And the more we learn about other people's cultures, how they move, how they this education is key. And as much as you can learn, and that's the whole purpose too, is we want to educate and inform. And yeah, a lot of this is our opinions, but if my opinion will make you go open a book or Google something or whatever you need to do to research it, do that. Do that.
You got, oh man, you just said it.
All right.
I can't say nothing past what that man just said, because that was some eloquent.
Hey, that did kind of flow out.
I can't.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a poet. I'm poetic.
Hey, I thought you knew it.
No, I thought I'd be saying some stuff, dude.
Look, y'all. Shoes Off Talk is one of these shows to me that will not only what Master Tim has said there, but it's one of those things that we will come together and encourage one another and keep everyone elevated, you know. So one thing that I want to say here is make sure tune in to Shoes Off Talk on YouTube and tell everybody that you know that Shoes Off Talk podcast is here. Baby!
All right.
Hey, I just want to say I appreciate you guys tuning in, having a conversation with or listening to our conversation. My guy Mabel, my guy over here on what they call the ones and the twos.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. In the background, man with the plant, so they can wiggle and jiggle like church fans. Hey, I'm good for this week.
Come on back next week.
Come back next week. Shoot me messages about conversations you want us to talk about, topics, all of that. We really want
Try to come on the show?
We want all of them.
Let me know.
Yeah. Inbox any of us, inbox any of us and let us know, if you want to come on the show. We have pictures, we do it video-wise, without you actually being in the studio, unless you just want to come to the studio, you're welcome. But man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, spread the word.